Hey guys, Stealth here and welcome back to NavalArt. Today I'm building an anti-air cruiser because I want to deal with aircraft. There are a staggering number of waves of airplanes being thrown at you in the testing environment. And there, the waves increase in size pretty quickly. So I want to be building an anti-aircraft cruiser and I've already designed most of the lower hull of this ship. In case you want to know how, I have used a couple of these 10-meter sections which are only 1 meter tall. Forward width 10, backwards width 10, and they eventually taper off into this lower segment. I have 4 layers of these. This way I can have the color scheme, hopefully this time correct. And from here on out I'm going to move upwards. But these are going to be some larger, more tall modules, let's say 3 of them. Or 3 meter tall blocks, and I still want to have a bit of forward spread as well as a backwards spread. And oh, it's not lined up correctly. There we go. Let's make the backward spread, yeah, just the one should be fine. Forward spread, no, not forward spread, forward width, there. Now over here I want to have a little bit of hull. I think one length should be fine. And this is the stern of the ship, by the way. I'm still trying to get better at the whole hull design to figure out exactly how I can make this thing look as good as possible. Height offset should be... I think height offset should be 1. Let's see. See, this is one of the things that I'm still struggling with. I know the forward offset should be none, but the offset over here, to create that nice tapered design, like making a diagonal line from there to there, that's something I still struggle with. It's not roundness, I think it's offset, but see, height scale, it's not height scale, and this just makes it look weird. If I rotate it, I think it's only going to get progressively worse. Let's see, forward spread none, backward spread 1. There we go. That's the trick, you need to rotate the block. That's it. Okay, then up here we're going to go forward, but the game automatically uses blocks which are 6 instead of 5. Oh, hold on, that means that the whole stern of this ship is not done properly, because these are 5, 5, 5, and then 6. Unacceptable. So, time to make this thing 5. And then put that over there. Backward spread to none. Put a block on top. This one's going to have more forward width. Forward spread. Backward spread. Actually, no backward spread, but forward spread, yes. Forward width, yes. What's the... oh, it's 2.5. That's why it doesn't work. 2.5. There we go. Another one on top. And this one, again, backward spread, none. Forward spread, yes. Forward spread. And another one on top. And over here, width 6, yes. Backward spread, yes. 1. I could potentially make the one below it, here. Make that 0.5. So that I have a little bit more tapering. So this backward spread starts at 0.5? No. Let me just make another copy up top. Because then it inherits that spec. Backward width, 0.5. Forward spread, yes. Forward width, more. There we go. And now I should be able to put another one of those blocks on the back. So stack backwards, that's a bit long. We're going to go with just the one. Every time I'm learning something new about the game, which is something I like. Backward spread, none. Backwards width, none. And then the height offset is going to be 1 as long as I do it in reverse. So 1. Height scale Oh, sorry, no, height scale is how quickly something tapers off, I think. How did I do that a moment ago? Forward width. Oh, that's your forward width now. Okay, so backwards width needs to be 0.5. Forward width is none. And then the backward spread is 0.5. I think. No. Let me fix this. Right, since I just couldn't for the life of me figure this out, I'm going to be cheating a little bit. I have my layers over here. I'm going to just add another layer on top. Stack top, and this one is going to be taller. I'm just going to do it there. So over here, we're going to have, again, the forward spread and the forward width, but the backward spread is going to be 1. Oh, sorry, that's backwards width. This needs to be none. The backward spread is 1. There. And then I can move these things forward. Not 6, but 5. And over here, forward width, forward spread. Backwards width is fine. Forward width. Forward spread should not be 2, but 1. Is it 8? 9? There, it's 9. Hopefully here, I can make that block that I want. Hopefully. What if I put it like that? And then say you're going to have a height offset. There we go. Backward spread, none. Maybe the other way around. There we go. Just not 6 long. And not that high. There we go. That's the thing that I wanted to get. Okay, so next layer, and I'll be back with you when it's done. Top layer is now done, or at least I think this is going to be the deck layer, although I might add one more. Let's start working on the color scheme and then see how deep the ship is in the water. Now previously I did not pick the right colors. The lower one should be red, and then you're going to have a layer which is black. And then you're going to have a layer which is gray. And I, in my previous design, did it in the wrong way around. Which is not great. But then again, I should have just simply looked better. Please tell me this is symmetry. Yes. Good. So now I can have a black layer. Which I believe is none. Like that. Okay. That should be it for the color scheme. Let's see what happens if I put this thing in the water. Now currently, because the hull is not actually loaded with anything, it's very, very high in the water. It really does not displace much. Also, my hit points are only 3460. So there is still a lot that needs to be done. Of course, we're also going to be adding armor, for example. That would be quite useful because 5mm of armor is not much. Let's make it a 200mm armor belt. Let's see, armor scheme. And then for, let's say the Citadel, I'll take a 250. If there is such a thing as a Citadel in this ship. And with this weight, I suppose that the ship is going to be a bit lower in the water than it was just a moment ago. There. Oh, I forgot one section. Section on the bow here as well. There. And then this thing was supposed to be 250. And then the lower level, I suppose I can reduce weight a bit there by going with a 76mm lower segment. So that's these sections there. Oh, hold on. Something's not quite right here, is it? No. This needs to be the, what was it, 100? It's hard to see here. This is another part where my color blindness is not helping. So I probably missed one, but I can't quite figure out which one. Which for you, if you have no problem viewing colors, is probably somewhat unimaginable. Like, how can you not see that? Well, life of a colorblind person. All right, what else do I need on this ship? Let's start with some propulsion. I'm going to go with a couple of props, and generally the easiest way I found to do this, call it a bit gimmicky, but it works. Make this thing quite long, make this thing very, very small, forward width 1, backwards width 1, top roundness 1, and voila, we have a propeller shaft. It just needs to be quite a bit lower. Down there, and we're going to stuff it into the hull using the Z-axis. I think it is a bit long for needs. A bit superfluous requirement. X movement, no. Zulu movement, push it into the hull. Let's see, what sort of a prop could I push on here? No, the 5 blade's a bit big. The 4 blade could work. But I would have to push the design of the propeller shaft backwards a bit. So pull it back out of the hull. Maybe push it a bit off to the side. Let's see, would that fit? No, not really. Not really. We don't really have that many more alternatives. We got the destroyer props, which I do not want to use for a cruiser. But this looks like it's almost going to chop off part of the hull. Although, well, you know what? I might be able to move this thing outward a bit more. Oh, hold on. That's something entirely different. Shit. It's the wrong segment. You. Behave. Oh dear. That's not what I want. Go back in your place. There you are. Alright, let me get that shaft back. I know you have the propeller transmission shaft like these. Oh, actually, I might be able to make that work if I just rotate them. And then preferably have them in line with the rest of the ship. No, I don't want to mirror it yet. I just want to move it. Let's see, would that 4-blade prop fit there? No, it would not. That's unfortunate. I suppose I cannot scale this, can I? No, you can only scale basic hulls. Shit. On top of that, it's the wrong way around. Okay, give me the propeller shaft. We're going to move it up again. That's the rotation. I think Z is quite fine. But we need to push it out of the hull more. You, get over here. This is unfortunate. I really want to use that blade. I guess the 3-blade prop is what we're going to have to use for this particular design. As long as I can give it a whole bunch of engine power, it should be fine. It does seem a little crooked, though. Or is that just make-believe? Yeah, it was crooked. Alright, move. Just a touch. Something like that. Now we can mirror this and mirror that. And there's my propeller. Alright, so we got propulsion. We do not yet have an engine. And we do not yet have a rudder. Let's throw on a cruiser rudder. See, this is another element that I'm still very much struggling with in this game, and I absolutely despise it. I don't, for the life of me, know how to put down a rudder. There are people who have made these beautiful designs. I have tampered and tinkered with this thing a lot. I just could not get it to work. I'm not even sure where this part is supposed to go. See, it does rotate, but it seems like it's attached to nothing. Like it's just... it's not even attached to the hull. Ugh. Let me save this design. Yes, I'll override it. And see how they did it with Cleveland. How did they mount the hull, or sorry, the rudder here? Okay, so that part is supposed to make contact with your hull, and it just has a huge overhanging ass. That's how they did it. So if I want to translate that design, I'd probably have to adjust the hull here and make the backward spread more. And then have another one on the back. Something like that. Except here I want the backwards with none. I want the backward spread none. So something like that is how you could do it, I suppose. Yeah, that looks a little better, and it seems to be quite in line with the rest of the ship. Okay. I do not recall building a submarine. I think I added too much armor. For the amount of hull and the amount of buoyancy I have, I just added too much armor. And actually, it does make sense, because I'm building an anti-air cruiser, not a frickin' battleship. Let's just paint everything with 76. See if it wants to float at all. With 76 millimeters of armor, that is. That's better. Now we seem to have some buoyancy. Okay. Time to add some guns. The guns that I want to be using are some anti-air weapons, preferably dual purpose. So I can just filter for dual purpose. We got the Americans 127s and the 152s. This looks a little out of place here. A little out of place. I'm going to go with another layer of hull. Give me a minute. Alright, I've added one additional layer of deck. This one is only 2 blocks tall, and this one's 4 blocks tall. So I have a bit more deck space, and hopefully more room for anti-air guns. The guns that I want to be using are, as I mentioned, the mix between the dual-purpose 152s, potentially some 127s, but also the Oerlikon. Now that I have a taller hull, this also looks a little better, as it no longer sticks out the bottom. Let's see. 2 batteries on the bow, probably overlooked with a third 127, probably a dual 127, and a couple on the stern. So let me just rotate these like so. And then I want to have a barbette. So remove that adjustable hull and select it. Top roundness. I would like to rotate that. Actually, there we go. And copy this, put that there. Just clicking middle mouse button on this just made my life so much easier. So thank you very much for that suggestion, because that really was a big quality of life upgrade. When it comes to positioning, the X is fine. It does need to be a little lower. And I might need to make it about 1 bigger. height and width and width. And then this thing can also be moved. No, that's the y-axis. Whoops. Oh crap, I'm scrolling over rotation. There. Is this center line? Yeah, it is looking good on the x-axis, but the other ones? Eh. Alright, let me get the other barbette installed. This one should get the same settings. So that is minus 56.5. Minus 56. Oh, no, sorry, that's the position. Of course that doesn't work. Because I don't need the position. No, 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 no. Do not delete all that. This one needs to go down. There. Now I want to copy this whole design, put it over there, and then push it into the deck. What's the Y position? Let's say -9. Easy. -9. And then we can push this one also into the deck. Or actually into the barbette, I should be accurate. -14. Oh, sorry, position 14. Position 14. What's your exact position? Your X is 0, your X is 0, your Y is 9, and your Z is -8.5. Z is positioned along the length axis of the ship. So this should be fine. I think it's the turret. Yeah, the turret's not centerline. There, that's better. Okay, time for some superstructure. Adjustable hull. I'll put that like there and rotate it. I'm going to make this somewhat longer, which ironically, when you're trying to place it down, is width. And then this way I also want to have room for a 127 over there. Ideally dual. Yeah. Here. I want to have the same thing on the back. No, get out. Where the hell am I going to leave my funnel? That's going to be interesting. Because currently I do not have one. Problematic. Okay. Roundness, none. Let's... Oh, actually I can stack this. No, not forward. Is that top? No. Backward? No. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Get a bit of forward spread. Then put another block there. 1 is enough, thank you. That was, what, 4? 3. So this should be 9. And no roundness at all. Forward width. Backward width. It's just a bit tall. Come on. Get over there. There. That's more like it. And now I should be able to just make this thing longer. Remove that. Copy this over. And attach it there. Rotate this one to here. How on earth am I going to add a funnel? Because I could have funnels over here, but I kind of don't have room to go with a bridge, which would be nice on an anti-air cruiser. Just have any kind of command position. You know what? We're going to go with a sort of quad funnel setup here. Why not? It's my ship. So, copy that over, put that there. And then we have 4 funnels. Which are not centerline, are they? X minus 1.5, X 1.5. Oh, they are pretty good. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. This also allows me to put the bridge up here. But I need an additional block. Copy this over. Put it on there. I'm going to make that not as high. Let's see, can we make the top roundness? Something like that. I think the previous ship that I designed looked a lot better than this monstrosity. Get out. Mirror. There we go. Yeah, I suppose we could copy this over. And mirror that. Copy it again. Put it over there. And then over towards the back, I want to have another one of these. Mirror, here, and there. Okay. This one, make it higher, get the... Where is that? The rear roundness. Good lord, that's one ugly bridge. That is one ugly bridge. I hope this thing is going to at least be able to shoot something down, because the way that it's looking does not deserve any prizes. Give me some 40mm. I'll take these Swedish Bofors 40mm anti-air guns. I'm going to put those along the sides here. And delete. Mirror mode, mirror mode, mirror, mirror. What else can we get? What other anti-air guns? No, I'll not take the British or the Germans. I only want the US ones. Apply. We got 12.7mm Brownings. We got the... That's a modern gun. The 28mm. Weren't these called the Chicago pianos? These ones? Before they used Bofors all over the place? There. Now, very important is range finding. Well, I wonder. It's important when you're trying to actually hit anything, but I'm not sure exactly how much it's going to do for the ability to hit aerial targets. I don't know. There. If I add a ballast tank, this is 12 by 6 by 6, this is 20. I suppose I could push a ballast tank into the hull and thereby make the thing either more buoyant or less so. Let's see, is that going to work? X to 0. So now I've hidden a ballast tank in the hull. I wonder what that's going to do. Right. Let's put this thing to the test. See if it moves. Now then, let's put this thing through its paces. As you can see, it is waterline-ish. Esque. Let's put her on full head flank. Now if you press P, the NTR guns are going to use dual purpose. Now they're going to use all guns. Now they're going to not use any of the guns. And now they're only going to use small caliber guns. Which means the 40s and the, well, whatever other caliber I have. I'm going to press P and let all the NTR guns be controlled by the AI. And what we're looking at is an enemy Seagull, which is already taking a bit of fire from, I think, the long range one... What was I using? The 6-inchers anyway, the 152s. This is easy. This is basically wave 0. Now what I think is fantastic about this mode is that, or about the game in general, I can put this thing in cinematic mode and it's gonna make it look pretty damn good like that. You can also press F4 if you are in this mode, and now I can have the camera just move around freely. Free cam. Now that was wave 1. There's another wave incoming. These are swordfishes with torpedoes. I did find that the torpedoes can be, or at least the AI on the bombers can be fooled. In the sense that it's easy to get the AI to drop torps. And then, for example, all of a sudden speed up. It's a bit gimmicky, but it does allow you to very easily dodge torps. But hey, if it works. By the way, this thing has absolutely no health. It has 12,614 hit points, and that is it. That really is all. Is that the flight? Yes. There's one. I don't know where the rest of them are. Here they are. Just look at that. I'd say that looks good. Just a flight like that? That's well done. Once again, this game, produced by one guy. One-man band. Let's see, they're gonna fly over that island first. If I'm not mistaken, I'm on the other side of that island. Give me a cursor. I think I cannot properly detect them because I do not have a radar. Where are you guys? Yeah, that's where the wave is. They're definitely going to fly over that island first. Alright, a little while later, all the aircraft have taken off and they're all coming for me. The skies are black with planes. And it's a mix of torpedo bombers as well as dive bombers. So, let's hand over control of all the anti-air guns to the AI. And let them shoot down as many planes as possible. Where? Oh, there's one down there. That's the one that you're targeting. I'm currently only doing about half speed, which means 16 knots. And this is so that I can still speed away at a moment's notice when there is an incoming aircraft from, for example, a dive bomber or a torpedo attack. It looks like we have one pretty close to the ship. Yep, he just got killed off. Here comes another dive attack. Take it down. Got him. There's no stopping these planes. At some point I will take a hit. Yes, I did just take a hit. A big one at that. Time to go back to the ship. Oh dear. I just got killed off. I think a lack of speed caused me to be a little bit too slow, so they got me. Well done to them. That was the dive bombers, not even the torps, but the torps just gonna impact on the ship regardless. Not sure I have any modules left. Anyway, that was my experience with an anti-aircraft cruiser. I hope you guys had fun. If you have any designs that I should be testing, let me know down below in a comment. Link to a Steam Workshop file there, and I might check it out in a future video, because designing ships is just something I'm terrible at, or at least I think I'm terrible at, and I'm not having that much fun with it. So, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon for more videos.